knew you were gonna succeed at whatever you did, what would you do or be? If you knew you were gonna succeed at whatever you did,
I would take my time.
who would be the divine mother's MC?
See what I was doing in my
You had 100.
You know, I would take my dough and learn how to invest it.
You had 100.
I would make sure who I mean is totally invested. I would reach the highest heights I could reach. Highest heights I could reach. I'd be the super teacher. I'd be the super teacher. Super teacher. Super teacher. I'd be the super teacher. I don't want to be a preacher. I want to talk to my own. Talk to my own. Faith at home. Telling people what you can do alone. You can do alone. I'd smile at myself. Put the fear on the shelf. Put the fear on the shelf.
I'd be the divine mother's MC.
If I knew what I knew right now.
Beyond technique, way out the atmosphere. Beyond technique, way out the atmosphere. Beyond technique, way out the atmosphere. Beyond technique.
Broken glass everywhere. People just wanna smoke out. You wanna know what this is about? It's the realness of the universe fully coming out. Damage control's just another god. We learn over the years that it comes from the inside. Send a spiritual message to the universe. Divine Mother will always come first. With this collective vibration we can reach. No need for a pulpit, I'm not here to preach. No one is better than the other. We all have unique powers to discover. Open pathways to our spiritual forces. A lot of us are tuned and we know our sources. All you have to do is be yourself. Be authentic, be real, the own, well hell. Broken glass everywhere. People just wanna smoke out. 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 There's no other person greater than you. When you tap into your spirit, you'll know what to do. Heart chakra vibrates higher frequency. You do you, and I'll do me. That's the only way to be free. Not dwelling on your past repeatedly. Saying it's all their fault. You're stuck in life like a pillar of salt. You better learn to move on, walk on. Because the person that you're mad at's probably gone. Stop seeing yourself like a pawn. Be real with yourself, come on. While the world's on lockdown, reports sounded bleak. How do I stay calm? The old technique. Broken glass everywhere. People just wanna smoke out. Broken glass everywhere. People just wanna smoke out. Broken glass everywhere. People just wanna smoke out. Broken glass everywhere. People just wanna smoke out.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another live with Holistic Wellness Worldwide. And one of our current master teachers and dear sister friend, High Priestess Maak and Heru, Amen. I am your host, sacred woman and holistic wellness practitioner, Micaiah Wellmaker, and I am glad that you are all here. I want you to take a moment and go and let everybody know that High Priestess is in the building. So go and share this with your platforms and get everybody in because we're going to be live tonight. And as you know, High Priestess does not hold back. She is going to give us some good information, some good nuggets for us to be able to just evolve as melanated people. So I want to thank you all for always being about your wellness and being true to the authenticity of your wellness and really tapping into the healing of your whole mind, heart, body, and soul. So, as you know, here at Holistic Wellness Worldwide, we like to tap into all areas of wellness, everything that allows us to be able to do the work and heal ourselves, just like the great planet heals herself. We are it. We are its reflection. It is actually mimicking us, and so we understand that we are one and the same with the planet and the cosmos. So y'all know here at Holistic Worldwide, we practice this wholeheartedly every day as we journey on this planet. So thank you so much for just engaging with us and deciding to journey on your wellness path with us. So as we continue to evolve daily, we like to take a look at the different wound centers, as we like to call them, and discover the connection between the things that we think, the things that we feel, and the things that we speak, and how they manifest in our reality every day. So on our journey of discovery, we come across many teachers that align with the different aspects of healings that we found are just naturally a part of who we are. You know, aside from the programming and that training that we get when we leave our mother's womb, yeah, that person. We like to tap into that person. So our guest tonight is the author of 2 books, What's in Your Wound and Unwounded, Unlock the Universal Uterus. She is experienced in guiding women on their journeys of discovering the things that have hindered us from living our lives fully activated in our full potential as the great creators that we came here to be, you know, like since birth. So I'm telling you, all you need to do is hop onto one of these lives, get into one of her wet courses or one of the woke courses, or even her platform Mimic on the Sunday aligning with the evolving cycles of time and meditation sessions. You will absolutely see what I mean. Okay, so go share, go tell your friends and family. We are live. We're not going to be here long. So we want to make sure that you get everybody here. Go share this platform and let everybody know what we're doing tonight, because we are going to dive deeper into the divine feminine tonight. We really are going to unblock some of the things that keep us from living our lives fully. And we know that the information that we receive tonight is going to help us and families across the planet reach that same goal in their lives. So I want to present to you our guest tonight. She is a brain balance, comedic, and Olmec high priestess. She is a Yoruba initiated author of the 2 books that I mentioned, Unwounded, Unblocking the Universal Uterus and What's in Your Womb. She is a trained and experienced veteran in many healing modalities. She is able to provide evolutionary communication, not the same conversation that we normally hear, y'all. I mean, conversation that shifts the global consciousness. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when you communicate on that level, we're changing our mindsets. We're changing the way that we've been programmed, and we are taking control of our own lives and deciding who we are for ourselves. And the way that she communicates that type of information, it absolutely is shifting the global consciousness around here. So as I mentioned earlier, she is the originator of the womb evolution technique. It's also known as WET. And it is an evolution of a project that my aunt started over 13 years ago with her first business called the Urban Energy Center. But now, with over 15 years of experience and training, guiding individuals through a total evolution of what we know as the womb, she is currently offering sessions and different classes through a consortium, which we call Melanated Immortals Making Evolutionary Change, known as Mimic. I love it, y'all. That's my family. I swear, we have this thing where we like, in Lakesh, Alakin, I am you, you are me. That is absolutely my family and my platform over there. And I love it. High Priestess Maat, her focus is in clearing away the energies of the womb and getting the Black woman, and you heard me say that, the Black woman back to her true function and frequency within her womb. She also developed a technique that's called AWE, AWE, Ancestral Womb Elevation. It's where the participants identify and rid themselves of traumatized womb energies from their very first enslaved ancestor. I paused there because I want you to hear what I said. We are getting rid of the trauma from way back then that we carry around in us. We do. We carry it for generations and generations. We will carry this stuff around, and these techniques will absolutely help you do that. Well, tonight's live, y'all, is focused on her my aunt's book tour. She is on a live virtual book tour promoting her book and also highlighting all the wonderful things that are going on around Mimic. One of those is a land development project that she's working on in Virginia, where it will become the first location of a Mimic temple and its community. So you can show your support tonight. And let me make sure that this is up here because we want everybody to take a moment and show some love. I'm going to go ahead and throw this up here right now. So if you want to show some love to the Mimic projects and the platforms, you're here and you already know what you are in store for, go ahead right now and make a direct donation to her Cash App at Urban Maat at Cash App. Or you can also purchase her books. She has both of her books available. She will sign them personally and send them out to you for just $25. So go ahead. We're going to put the link down low, and it's also going to be available in the chat. Okay. So without further ado, I would like to bring forth our guest and my sister friend, my kin twin, Maat and Makaru. Amen. Hey, beautiful. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. Can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. So greetings. Hotep, everyone. Am I being heard double time? Because I can definitely hear myself. I'm just
let's check. Let's check. We got some people. Let us know in the chat. How's the sound for everybody? Let us know in the chat. We got some family up in here. Hey, Ken 80.
Yeah. I think somebody was trying to holler at you like this.
Oh, I see him. I see him. That's how he rolls. You know that monkey business.
Okay. It sounds like they're hearing echo too.
They hear the echo. Let's see what we can do about this echo.
Amari saying there's no echo. Ray said, mic sounds nice.
I cannot. Okay, let's see what we can do to try and get rid of this echo, even though, guess what, High Priestess, what you is about to say is what I know it's going to be. It's okay for us to hear it twice. You know?
Okay. Well, you know what? Let me try one thing with my mic. Just give me
Okay.
1 second here.
Well, let's just give her a moment. Everybody, while she is adjusting her sound, go ahead and share this with your platforms. See if I can turn down. And let them know that we are here. I know that's right. It is. It's worth hearing double time. And she might say it a third time just to lock it in.
Okay. Okay, what about now? I still hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't hear you double, but you hear yourself double.
Okay. All right, we're just gonna have to roll with it. I'm not sure what the issue is with the echo. Oh, now I don't hear it. All right, but then I can't hear you either. Oh, it's no sound from me.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not sure what's happening.
I can hear you. Let's see. Foxy said it's better. Adrian,
All right,
is
let's
it
roll.
better? Okay, so what we'll do is we won't talk at the same time. I'm gonna mute after I ask you my question and yield the mic. That's what we'll do. How about that? So, welcome to our platform, High Priestess. We are so glad to hear you back here. I think it's bouncing from 220, 242. It could be. It's possible. I think when I'm unmuted, then you get the reverb going on. But we're gonna make it work because, like I said, it's nothing wrong with hearing it twice, and she might say it a third time just to lock it in. So, welcome, High Priestess. Thank you for joining us. Before we dive into these questions, anything you want to say to the people before we get started? I'm gonna yield the mic.
I just want to give a few shout outs. I saw people coming on. I see Sabira out there from Womb Cry Institute, and we gave them a shout out on the last show. So I see her out there. I see Adrian, Taasha, and some others. I see, let me see. Well, I see Ray, but you know, I know he's not in my fan club. He's in your fan club. So I think he wants you to shout him out.
But, you know how that works. Hey, boo.
You just gonna go into the next room. Hey, boo. Okay. So big shout out to everyone. So you know, and thank you for listening in and tuning in. You know, when we do these so far we've been doing these, and we have questions that we're going to ask, but we never know how it's going to turn out. So definitely stay tuned.
Every single time, it is just it's never what we think it's going to be, but it's always fire. So even if you can't catch it live, I know you have all enjoyed the replays and you understand what we're talking about. So make sure you try to get this on your schedule. We are here every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live everywhere. So you don't want to miss this. So Last session, oh my God, it was amazing. Like, we really got into some stuff. I think I got a few text messages afterwards saying, really, that's where you going? That's where we're going. We are talking about whole healing here: mind, heart, soul, your whole bodies, all of them healed. And in order to do that, we have to we have to we have to identify the issues. We have to identify the blockages. We have to identify what it is that we're trying to get to in the first place. And one of the things that was really heavy in our conversation last week was the divine feminine, and really understanding the divine feminine. And what is that? What is the divine feminine, high priestess? And why is it important for us as melanin dominated people to really understand the divine feminine fully? And I mean all of us, men and women. So I'm going to yield the mic.
So, uh, thank you for that. Yes, definitely. One of the things that we talk about with the divine feminine, there is definitely a movement out there um, for um, when we talk about the divine feminine, it is like all feminine, you know? And so it kind of separates the men who have supported us for so many years. You know, one of the things I began speaking about last session was how definitely for me, the majority of my activations, well, let me say it this way, because I'll talk about what I love this, because then I can kind of explain my process of what the queen mothers in my life, how they have what their role was, and then also the men. So the men were definitely the activators, okay, the catalysts, okay, starting from really when was this? 20 something years ago. My first activation, and as a matter of fact, it's in the book. What's in your womb? That it came from a male. The whole lifestyle, the whole shift was a brother who we liked each other, or whatever. And he was my first activation. Okay, and later on became one of the husbands, but we're not going to talk about that right now. But definitely, he was the activation or the catalyst. Okay, to just gave me the seeding to get started, and then once I got seeded, that's it. I was on fire. And then after that, there has been male after male after male who has catalyzed a lot of what I'm doing. Now, the feminine role, okay, I love this because the first significant female, other than my mother, of course, and the women in my family, okay, I'm saying in my spiritual practice, gave me my name. Now, and at the time, I had no concept of my. I was new to this, and I had heard about, uh, I knew about Oshun. I heard the name Isis. I heard the name, let me see. I heard Oshun, I heard the name Isis. And I think that was it. Like, I think I heard Maak, but I had no concept of what that was. Okay, so here comes a queen mother who was able to read the energy that I have and give me the name, not only Maat, but Maat El Makaru. Okay, and for the translation, you read from the right to the left. The Makaru, as many of us know, is true of voice. Okay, or correct sound. Somebody put, so it would be translated as the correct sound or true voice of Maat. Now, who knew? Like at that time, oh my God! Like really? Wait a minute, hold on. I'm scared of Maat right now. So, you know,
Okay, one moment. It looked like we lost our priestess. Hold on one second. She froze on us. All right, hold on one minute. See what happens. So I'm gonna tell y'all something that she says, and here's evidence of that. She messed with frequencies, and if y'all know what she talks, if you know her, you know that she says it very differently. She messes with frequencies, and clearly, what she is about to drop is about to disrupt the frequency around here. So, give me just one second. Let me see if I can get her back in here. In the meantime, come on, y'all, go and let people know that we here, that we live. Go share and let everybody get these nuggets from High Priestess. Yeah, that's that energy. You right. It shifts. AI can't handle the truth. I love it. They can't. It's always something coming in trying to block what we're doing as a people in order to heal. But guess what? We hold space, and we are the melanin dominant people. So we're gonna hold space for High Priestess as she gets back in, and we're gonna get this information. This just gives you more time to like it and share it on your platform, and go tell everybody we're here. So, let's give it just one second. And if you have questions, please put them in the chat. She is here. This is a live conversation, everybody. So we want to talk. It may be some questions you have. If you have her book, What's in Your Wound, or even Unwounded. If there's some questions that you've been wondering about, you want to know where was her mindset, what was her thought process when she was writing this book, then put them in the chat. We absolutely will take time tonight to answer those questions. Yeah, I think I see her coming back and walking back in. Let's give it one second. Does everybody here have the book? I'm actually going to put the link up in the chat so that you can go and order yours right now if you don't. She is signing copies of the book. Here it is, right here. All right. You can go to Maak at wombevolution.com and you can get your 2 copies of her signed book today. And I'm telling you, What's in Your Wound is amazing. You see, I have it back here on my shelf. Yeah, it's product. It's beautiful to look at, but I've read the book and I have Unwounded on my Kindle. And when I tell you, it is just, it really sealed a lot of the things that I knew about myself. Like that's what this platform is about. Holistic Wellness Worldwide. We understand that we were given the message from the womb. We know that we were given the instructions on why we came from the womb. And so all of the different suggestions and different programmings and teachings and lessons and all of the things that we've been through in life, they are usually the things that dictate our perspective and how we move on this planet. And sometimes we have to consider, where did that programming come from? Was it really, really, really a part of my divine purpose? Here she comes. She's coming back. But as you are defining that, who can define that for you but yourself? So here we are all about self-healing. Let me get her back in here. There we go. See, High Priestess, you up here messing with frequencies. Now, I will need you to have a conversation before you get started. Set the platform for you and let them know you coming. So we just was holding the space for you to come back and really just talking about that energy that you are bringing to this platform. So carry on. I am yielding the mic.
All right. Uh, yeah, I said AI be tripping, man. Soon as I started talking about that feminine energy, they said nope. Look, and let me tell you how tripped out it is. Made me wanted me to put in the passcode for the Wi-Fi that's in the house. Now that passcode, you know, the one that's on the back of the box. I don't know that. You know what?
Wow. Wow. Is it really going to be this type of live tonight? This is going to be good. Come on back, High Priestess. We win.
Using my phone. Can you hear me? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Listen, try to make me put in the Wi-Fi password for the whole house, which is, you know, the one that's on the back of the box that you don't know that. You know what I'm saying? It's about 20 characters. I said, what? My computer is set up for it. Anyway, so I'm using my phone, the hotspot on my phone. So anyway, where was I? The story I was telling it was about the um the role that the elder or the queen mother who gave me the name Maat played. Her function was more foundational versus activating. Okay, she set a template. She set a structure for how, at least, you know, for me, parts of my femininity that I hadn't developed yet, I could see them in her. And so she was like this constant uh, uh, um, foundation is the term that I can use through all of my initiations up until recently. You know, she had been there. Also, another teacher that I had more recently, also very foundational. I have to say it that way versus activating. There's a difference between the roles that the men have played in my lives, in my life. Ooh, okay. Now, let me get started my lives now. Uh, the roles that the women have played in my life and the roles that the men have played. And so they have been both very significant, but very different.
I already see what's going on. We are going to have to do a recording and put this on these platforms for you to see. Because this live frequency. Come
So
on,
look,
keep
now I'm
flowing.
getting mad.
Keep flowing. We will not stop.
Now I got an attitude, okay? So, so this is one of the things when we're talking about the divine feminine, okay? Men also can exercise and display that energy. Okay, why? One of the things we learned from one of our master teachers, Baba Wanik Kimi Tahuti Shabazz, is he keeps a great balance of letting us know, like in the physical form, we have 23 chromosomes that come from our mother and 23 that come from our fathers. Okay, so we literally have the balance. It's just that when we come in a female avatar, okay, our function, our roles, the our expression is that of those feminine chromosomes, but that does not negate the 23 that came from my father, and vice versa. And so when we're balanced, okay, we know how to balance those things. I actually, again, here we go with the men. I actually had a man tell me, listen, and let me see if I can get his words correct. He said that as a woman, you have your male energy has to balance out his feminine energy and vice versa. And see, sometimes we don't talk about it that way, which is why a lot of times we bump heads in these relationships. Because generally speaking, we're always using the same energy. And it's mainly male. And then sometimes it's female, and that's a whole other story. But a lot of times we're using the same energy, and so we don't have that divine balance. And so when we talk about the divine femininity, this is what we're talking about: is being balanced in the physical form in which you came through, okay, in your divine femininity. Okay, there is a divine masculine. Even just because you and I look like we do doesn't mean that we don't have divine masculine with us. And it needs to be in balance. It needs to be in balance with the role that we chose and the expression that we chose when we came in this form. We chose to represent divine femininity. Okay, and to have a balance of that with our divine masculinity. Okay, and one of the things that we talked about on the last session, we were talking about how, now, how does that happen? How does that happen when things are unbalanced in this society, in this culture, even in the woke culture, even in being, whatever we call it, whatever we are considering ourselves.
So talk about that, High Priestess, the unbalance of that, even in the woke culture. So we come into this conscious community and we woke, we conscious, we are aware of all of who we are. Why does there still appear to be this male dominated energy, even in the conscious community?
Right. So, and I tapped into it a little bit. Because we're both using the same energy.
Come on back, High Priestess. Yes, we are using the same energy. Come on. She's back.
Okay.
We're using the same energy.
It's using the same energy. Feminism really is using the same energy, because what the women do who say we don't need the men, and they can all go to hell and die, and or we only use them for one purpose. Well, what is that? That's the same thing, right? It's just no different. It's the same energy. It's not balanced. Okay. And so, but that's how we've been taught. And I think one of the reasons that we have that is because, and I touched on this the last time, we do not have a representation or a whole or complete story of a supreme being that is female, with female functionality, with a female role, and how that looks in 3D. Now, we can say what we want to, whether it was true or it wasn't or whatever. Most of us have been raised on the story of Jesus. Okay. And what we know is, hey, that story existed a long time ago. Heru and Asar. Okay, we have those stories already. They were pre-written before there was a before there was the Bible. But I'm just saying. Oh, you had a question?
Oh, I was getting ready to go. It seemed like, and that's where we were going with the question. Looked like someone in the chat was asking, how do we balance that energy between one another? You know, how do we get to the solution?
Okay, well, so one thing is just by recognizing first we have to realize that there is an issue here. There is an issue in not having the design. Now, that is not doing any disrespect to any other expression of the divine feminine. That's not what I'm doing. That has come through. Not your Heru's, not my eye. You know what I'm saying? Not I said, not Yemega and Oshun and Oya. It's not disrespecting, because I think though, if we take all of those expressions, I'm just saying none of those, though, none of those are represented as the supreme being. The only expression that we have of supreme being is male. Okay? And so if you are a female and you determine now you're coming into your awakening and your wokeness, and you want to now emulate that which you represent, because this is how we came through. We are just a representation. This is just a representation of the source, the creator, okay, the goddess, God. Okay, this is just and when you want to now say, okay, you have multiple stories, multiple masculine stories, multiple. You know, like I said, you know everything about Ra, but you don't know a whole lot about Ra'et. Okay, except in the book, they talk about how she sets in west. Now, that's not disrespect. I'm not trying to disrespect that, but I'm just saying that, are we supposed to emulate Ra too, or do we emulate Ra'et? What's the story? How does that look? Now, what we can do is maybe take that story and say, hey, well, a lot of what we do is hidden. Okay, it's over here or whatever. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing out these things to say that may be one of the reasons why we have a movement for feminine, against masculine, not to balance the masculine and the female, but against it, because we don't have a divine representation on the highest level. We have it on some levels, but not on the top level that says this is a supreme being that's female. Now we know it exists because in the Kemetic cultures, our ancestors left that. They got 8 primordials, 8 female, 8 male. Okay, they're even for those of you who are deep in the Kemetic culture, I even have it. I have to pull it out, but even they have a verse in the Perthim Heru where they talk about Nebuchadnezzar, how I'm going to say he brought himself into form. Okay, they have another one in there with Nebuchadnezzar with the T on it that says the same thing. Okay, but that's not the one that gets quoted. That's not the one that I had to dig to find that one. Okay, and so so we know it does exist, but where are the stories?
And many of us have never even heard these things. Like, many of us don't even know. Like, I'm sitting here going, have I ever even heard of who you're talking about? And I've been through some Comedic initiations. Like, how do I not know about these particular attributes? And I've offended. So that's, you know, when you go through all of these different trainings and you have these different platforms, here we go with those frequencies. She'll be back. And we're going to address this question, like, what do we do? What is the answer? And this is not just a question for High Priestess. This is a question for us to ask ourselves. Where do we get our story from? Where do we get the story from? And here is what I understand about evolution. You know, it's not the same story. It's not the same story. It's a new story. So who's telling it? High Priestess, I'm yelling the mic.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the answer to your question. Who's telling it?
Mm-hmm. Who's telling the story? Who are
Who
we allowing?
translated everything?
Yes. Who are we allowing to tell this story today? To us. To you. We gonna take a pause on that one just so people can think about it. Who? Oh, I like that one. Thank you, Mr. Immortal. His story. Well, where's her story? And who's telling it? Who's telling her story? How do we get there, High Priestess? Your book really talks about unblocking the universal uterus and really tapping into ourselves. How do we get to that place of creating our story? How do we do it?
So one of the main things that we need to do is, as far as now, I'm going to particularly talk about those of us who came in the female form, and this is key for anyone who has a relationship, because you don't want to stop this process in the divine feminine, because you're accessing the divine feminine through your divine mate. Okay, so it's not competitive. It's just function and role. That's all. It's not a competition or whatever. If why wouldn't you want her to have a story that she can emulate of a supreme being, just like you do, that's in feminine form. Now, I didn't say they do the same thing. I didn't say that the supreme being in the feminine form walks on water and turns wine, water into wine, and whatever. I didn't say what does she do? I didn't say it was the same thing. I doubt that it is the same thing. I think it's something different. And so, where are the answers to those questions? In the form that we have. It's right here. We have it. It's in ourselves. It's in the uterus. It's in the universal uterus. The uterus is just like we are the physical form of our divine selves. Okay, the just using a term that everyone is familiar with, in the image of. This is our image. This is the image of the Creator. Okay, and so everything in it is in the image of creation. This is why, again, I have to go back to our Kemetic ancestors, where they knew that all the organs, and not just even Kemetic, because it's also in the West African traditions, where the organs are represented by particular Orisha and Aboson and different deities. Okay, that's everywhere. We left the same thing everywhere we went. Okay, so The the thing is the answers are cellular. Okay, and we have a uterus that is the physical representative of the universe. The uterus and the universe. Okay, um, and we have the information stored there. We can connect directly. We live on the earth. Our bodies are tuned into the earth. Everybody keep trying to get off the planet and talk about they from different solar systems and galaxies and stuff. I mean, I've been saying this for a minute now. The earth is in the galaxy. The earth is cosmic. The earth is in the solar system. It's part of the whole cosmos.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. Like getting in touch, we forget. We're so busy trying to get away and escape that and I get it. I know when you're talking about holistic wellness, being able to find a way out of the madness or a way out of the matrix that we're in. Everybody is looking for a way out. And the hope feels lost because, like someone said in the chat, history was wrote by the conquerors. But who gets to define that for you individually? We are here. We can look at ourselves and we can see ourselves in the planets. We can see ourselves in the trees, in the grass, in the animals on this planet, not the aliens anywhere else, but on this planet. So let's go deeper in that.
Listen, I dare say the aliens, the reason why they're here and they can communicate with us is because they know what their planet does. They're familiar with it. They know, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, we don't really know a whole lot about this planet. And why is that? 70% of the planet is water, and only 5% of that water has been explored. So
and we don't know
what
the water
does. We're limited.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we go into meditation and we be trying to talk to the Pleiadians and the Syrians and all the rest of them, trying to communicate outside of the planet, why don't we go into meditation and start talking to this planet and see what she got to say about the cosmos, about the solar system? And I know I'm gonna get in trouble for talking about this. I'm supposed to save this for our platform. So I'm not. I'm not going. I can hear them in my head right now.
You're supposed to be saving this conversation. This is our platform. We are all one. This conversation is for us all. We are all mimic. We are all mimicking the planet, or the planet's mimicking us. Which one is it, High Priestess?
I didn't hear you. My connection is breaking up again.
So my question was, hey, we are all mimic because we are all mimicking the planet, or is the planet mimicking us?
Ooh, that's a good one right there.
Let's go.
Well, I would say it's mimicking us.
And why would you say that? Why?
We are the cosmology. All right. We're not underneath any cosmology. We are it. It is all in our system. You follow us long enough and do a little training in the womb evolution technique. I'll let this one out. How we are always excited about when we see, we hear about things in the cosmos like supernovas and things like that. If you still have a menstrual cycle, you have a supernova every 28 days. Find out a little bit more about that. Create a nebula and everything. The same process. Study it, look it up. Okay. Come on in. We'll tell you a little bit more.
That's deep. That's deep. Yeah, that's the juicy stuff. And with that being said, we're gonna tease you with that. Because these lives are just that. We absolutely want to bring High Priestess out and let her come onto this platform and just share all of the delicious little nuggets that you can get over there at Mimic. There are so many things that the platform has to offer, and High Priestess is the mother of Mimic. She has wonderful partners that she is teamed up with, but not just that, the entire community of Mimic is a part of what makes Mimic what it is. And that's why we love it. That's why we support it. That's why Holistic Wellness Worldwide said, guess what? We hadn't even started our own thing, but we about to do it now. Why? Because we want to make sure that the people that we know and connect with know about Mimic. We want them to know about womb evolution. We want them to know about all of the things that are available to them in order to evolve as a people. When we became a part of the Mimic family, the word Mimic alone is what drew me in. We are melanated immortals making evolutionary change. That's who we are. I mean, that's who we are. That's who we were before we found the Mimic platform. So how easy is it for you to just engage in a place where you see the rest of your family and the rest of your tribe and people who are like, I am you, you are me. This is what we need. Even when we're talking about healing and the work that needs to be done to heal the wound, to heal the mind, and to heal your heart, we have to begin to see ourselves in each other. And that's why I love the fact I got on a platform and got my kin number and found out that the High Priestess, the mama of Mimic, was my kin twin. Of course, who else would it be? I mean, I know who I am, y'all. Let's not get it twisted. Anybody who knows me knows my kid is well aware of who she is, and I see everybody in the same light. And that's what we love about High Priestess Maak. She absolutely communicates that for us and for the planet. That's why she's here. She's here to spread this same knowledge and information across the globe, this planet Earth that we live on, and make sure that we know to connect with this planet. So, High Priestess, we have absolutely went over the time that we said that we are going to do these lives. And I love it. I love that we just are able to flow. Here we go. She coming back. I love it that we are able to flow and just allow the energy of the day, allow the energy of the plasma, allow the energy of the people in the chat to help fuel the conversation. And just based on whatever transmissions the Great High Priestess is receiving, we will get a treat. So, High Priestess, we want you to give some closing nuggets to the people. And you don't have a clock. So I'm going to yield the mic. When you hear my voice again, we are going to be telling you when to join us again. So, High Priestess, I'm going to yield the mic to you and give the people something, because we're coming back. We'll be back live next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there is so much going on. So you got to let everybody know what we got coming up in Mimic this coming heptad. We got some stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. And so, next couple of weeks for people who don't understand the language of heptad. So in the next couple of weeks, there are some things that are coming up in Mimic, and we want you all to be aware of it. But I'm going to yield the mic now. High Priestess, close us out with some good nuggets, whatever is in you. I don't even want to put a leash on you with that tonight. So whatever you are feeling like you want to give to the people. Close us out with that, and then let everybody know what's going on around a Mimic.
All right. So let me just say this. I'll let you know what's going on with Mimic. What's going on with Mimic right now. So if you're interested at all in what you have heard today, you definitely want to go to melanatedimmortals.com and
Hold the space, family. melanatedimmortals.com. I have it scrolling across the bottom of the screen. melanatedimmortals.com. Make sure you visit that website. She's coming.
okay.
Okay.
So you want to go to melanatedimmortals.com. You want to sign up on the email list. We have beginning this Sunday, we have a session that we're calling the Future Portals. Don't worry if you don't know the terminology or anything. Just come in and get attached to the energy. We are really going to go in on reclaiming the earth space. Okay, we're going to go in on reclaiming earth consciousness and holding our position. This is one of the things that our ancestors knew how to do. This is why we got pyramids everywhere. This is why we were able to build immortal structures on this planet. And so we are it is a 10 day empowerment and meditation session. And definitely just join in, ask questions later, okay? Or, at least send us an email. If you're interested in more about what we're talking about with the feminine divine, you want to get the 2 books that I have right behind me. Those of you who ordered early on, your books are coming in. When we order offer copies, it takes a long time. That's why we tell people to expect 4 to 6 weeks before they get their signed copies. And I am expecting those in the next week or 2, and they'll be going out. So if you get these, definitely you want to check these out, get more information. This summer, we are looking to take a group of women through the womb evolution technique. Okay, if you are at all interested in that, you want to go to the Womb Evolution website. Okay, wombevolution.com, sign up on the email list or send me an email. Okay, and we'll get you some information. All right, now what I would like to say to close us out is, again, where we are in this space. As we know in society, and I'm not saying that we need to let everything that's happening in society drive what we're doing, but we can still see where we are. We came here with a purpose and a mission on Earth. Okay, when we incarnated, when we came through our mothers, when we came through the divine feminine form, okay, we came in with a mission and a purpose here on Earth. And so, what is that? Okay, we came in with every tool that we need to deal with it. Yes, we have been through all kinds of traumas. Yes, we have had all kinds of things happen. We don't trust people anymore. Our hearts have been broken. We have been targets. We know all of that. Okay, but now is the time for us to then be able to, we have to draw a line within ourselves and make a decision about what we're going to be and who we're going to be on this planet. Okay, are we just going to get ushered around and when they have the camps for the people who haven't taken the vaccine versus the ones who haven't? Are we just going to allow ourselves, or are we going to stay on the run, or are we going to do this, or are we going to tap in to what we came in here with? Are we going to be of service to this planet for the real goal of the planet to go to the next level? The real goal. What does everything in the universe do? It evolves. It goes to the next level. It upgrades. It advances. And if we don't see that we're going into advancement, then what are we going to do about it? And we may not think or feel that we have the power or the authority or permission to access all of what we are. Okay, we may not feel like that. But what happens when you get around a bunch of people who then say, "Oh yeah, you can," because this is how you do it, and here's some tools to help you deal with those traumas. Here's some tools to help you make decisions about your traumas, because you know what, you're going to have those traumas. They're there, they happen, but your past does not define who you are right now. Okay, you have them, and and some people have traumas that haven't been recognized. We'll help you recognize them and then make a decision about what you're going to do now, because we need all hands on board on this planet about what we're going to do about this right now, and what our legacy is going to be. How is that going to be determined? You were not just put here with and not given any help for everything that you've been through and everything that we see coming. And the only thing you can do is just deal with it and go along with it, or hide from it, or whatever it is. If you believe that, okay, well, then, I don't know what to say to you. But the ones who don't, if you don't believe that, and you do know that there has to be another way, then, let's see how we can unify. Let's see how we can unify on this earth, okay, and deal with what is happening here, and figure out what our services are on this planet. Okay, as the divine feminine, as the divine masculine, and stop fighting about it. Stop fighting against everybody who looks like you and trying to be the one, because this, you see how, I mean, this, listen, everybody's having internet problems. Everybody's having these problems. Why is that? Something else is going on. The internet, it wasn't like this, and when it first came up, when you were using dial up, that it goes in and goes out. Something else is happening, and everybody's experiencing it. So what happens when it's gone, or you can't get it because you didn't have vaccine, or you can't, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, and I'm not putting that out there, because I don't think that somebody else gets to define all of this stuff for us. Okay, so my kid, don't get me started. Don't get me no mic. I'll just keep going.
I already know. But hey, it's good information. It is what we need to hear. It is absolutely what people need to see being said on a different level, and we have to start the conversation somewhere. So thank you for being willing to be so open and take all of the things that you've learned and be the example of someone that goes within and takes all of their tools, takes everything, does not take for granted or disregard any of her teachers or any of the process that she's been through on her steps, honors them all, but still has created her story. She is defining herself. That is who we are looking at here with High Priestess Maat and Maak. Amen. Self-defined, self-generated is who she is. And it is an honor and a privilege to sit on a platform with you. I absolutely am so grateful every time I have an encounter with you, because it is, you are a divine reflection. Absolutely, you are. So we want to thank you for your time this evening and everything that you have shared, all that you have poured out. We are sending you all types of love and light and restoration for the energy that you have poured out. We want it all to go back to you. We thank everybody for coming in, sharing this platform, your comments. Thank you so much for just spending time with us. Again, follow Womb Evolution, Melanated Immortals, Melanin Frequency, and as you already are, Holistic Wellness Worldwide, so that you do not miss another live. Please visit wombevolution.com. Bring High Priestess back in. So please visit wombevolution.com as well as melanatedimmortals.com so that you are able to be aware of everything that is going on. We also don't want you to we don't want you to miss the future portals. It's going to be dope. So make sure you are in the building. And again, follow Melanated Immortals on Instagram and on Facebook and YouTube, and you will get all of the information about the future portals and all the things that are coming up. So High Priestess, we love you to life around here. And we just thank you. And we are actually going to go out with one of our brothers. We featured this last week. One of the songs. We want you to just enjoy the music before you depart. We have an exclusive. It is only available on the Mimic platforms, y'all. Let me tell you that. It is only available on the Mimic platform. So how did I get it? Because I am Mimic. I am Mimic. So you got to be following all of us in order to get this exclusive. But this is from our brother MC Class. I think I saw him in the chat. Thank you so much for sharing your gifts and your talents. We're going to play this new song. It's Come Up, right? High Priestess, tell me the name of it. Will you introduce it?
Come on up. And let me say one more thing before we close.
Okay.
I just want to say it definitely has been an honor, and thank you, Holistic Wellness Worldwide, for hosting me. I mean, this is, I say this behind the scenes, but I want to say it in front. Definitely being connected with, if you don't know what kin twin is, that's okay. Being connected with my kin twin has definitely.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love the way this works. Hold up. She's back.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
You're messing with frequencies.
Yeah, there we go. But definitely, I have been revitalized, and I give thanks to my kids. She keeps me on point, and it definitely is an honor. I always have to make sure I have I have such a gorgeous co-host here, or look, I'm calling her the co-host like I'm hosting it. But anyway, I'll be like, oh, maybe if I put some little things in my hair, whatever, I can, because every time she come on, she be, have all kinds of stuff. I don't know what's gonna happen. I said I'm gonna have to get over there and let her dress me up first before I get on here. But I thank you so much for having me, and I look forward to doing many, many more. All right, and with that, I will say Hotep. I love you all. See you in the next one.
Yo, this one goes out to all those brothers and sisters that trying to make it. All the people on welfare, brothers in the P now. It's rough out there. I know what time it is. Yeah. Just trying to come on up, man. I'm just trying to come on up. You see what I'm saying? Just trying to come on up, man. Just trying to come on up. I do more than survive. Just trying to come on up, man. Just trying to come on up. Do you feel what I'm saying? Just trying to come on up, man. Just trying to come on up. Yeah. I ain't trying to be poor no more. I want the whole world, but the world's at war.
My addiction's not a fiction, I check it. What I see is living a life with no poverty. I picture driving car that's paid for, and not having repo men hanging outside my door. I wanna live the life where phone bills are paid, food in my reefer, house with some shade, where I can drive around being happy, not moneyless, where I can afford a shrink to get rid of my stress. No more fears of dying young. I wanna raise my kids and see them live past 21. I have to sacrifice my life so I could raise proud kids and have a loving wife. You see, this man didn't make it off of luck. I seen many doors slam when I was just trying to come on up. Just trying to come on up, man. I'm just trying to come on up. You see what I'm saying? I'm just trying to come on up, man. Just trying to come on up. I do more than survive. Just trying to come on up, man. Just trying to come on up. Do you feel what I'm saying? Just trying to come on up, man. Just trying to come on up. I was homeless with a fucking attitude. Didn't see a future, too busy stressing food. Always hearing stories about an education. When I couldn't afford to eat, I felt the frustration. While my neighbor got 2 jobs, it's on welfare. The kids are crack dealers and nobody fucking cares. Me, I'm too busy trying to tend to my own life. Went and joined the Navy for the gravy and rice. I figure I could rise in the service and die out here. Either way, I'm gonna have to be prepared. The fat bastards don't like a nigga dark. Trying to be positive and the best I can be. I stay strong, but I walk a tight rope. I never knew my own kind be slitting my throat. He had to do those things to put his stripes on his coat. You can't trust him, especially when he used my quote. I'm just trying to come on up, man. I'm just trying to come on up. You see what I'm saying? Just trying to come on up, man. Just trying to come on up. I do more than survive. Just trying to come on up, man. Just trying to come on up. Do you feel what I'm saying? Just trying to come on up, man. I'm just trying to come on up. Now here's a 2 years of music theory and doing shows everywhere so y'all all can hear me. Yes, man, I put in my work. Bad managed companies had class getting jerked. Now I'm making my dreams reality. I drop my own fly jams and put myself on TV. Some think I made it overnight. It took a million days of preparation for this one-day flight. I even trained for the crash. I'll be the one with the parachute glued to my ass, surviving with the plane crashed and gone. The black man that I am, I still be keeping on. Cause I don't believe in luck. Yo, it's a skill, baby. All the way up.